just want to respond. I'm sure you want to hear what we feel about the whole thing. We are, of course, very happy that at least we have succeeded in 3 areas. That's Baklalan, Batu Lintang, and Krian. And it was very tough fight. Okay, it was a very tough fight, and we. It's a fact, as far as we're concerned, that we were fighting against the federal Barisan Nasional, and at the same time, of course, with their machineries and with all the ministers coming in all over the places and making a lot of promises, in particular on projects here and there. In particular, as I look back in my area, Baklalan, roads, a few millions in there, with the ministers not only from the federal, but people from Sabah like Tyrin and Maximus came down to our areas. Now that's the challenge before us. And we just want to first thank all our friends and the people that came down to assist us. They are all over the places. They come from all over the places, from Semenanjung, Malaysia, from overseas, from Brunei, from Sabah, and they came to assist us in all the places that we stood in. Now, looking at the result of this whole thing, one of the very obvious thing that came out of it, the good thing that came out of it as far as I'm concerned, it confirmed to us that these two political systems that had arisen out of 2008 tsunami is here to stay. It's a reality. If you look at the whole thing, judging from the votes, the pattern of the votes that came in, it looks like yes, there is a clear choice now for the people to either vote for Barisan Nasional or for Pakatan Rakyat. So that's a very good sign. And I think it's an approval from the people of Sarawak, from the Rakyat themselves, that this system should stay. And it is for the first time very clear in Sarawak, yeah? And we see that, for example, SNAP tried to come in. Yes, I understand that they have lost their deposit in terms of their votes as far as we concerned at this stage. So that is a very clear sign as far as concerned that this dual political system should be supported in the coming election. So that's the blessing as far as concerned of this whole outcome of this election. Now we consider that this is a good start. It's a good start, and I think with a total of 76, DAP is 40, 12, 16 now. One independent. Okay. 16 plus 1 independent. I think it is a very, very good sign. And for the good of the whole state. And I'm quite confident that looking at later on, I mean, we have not seen the whole votes. I think on the popularity vote in Sarawak, we're confident that it must have arisen. As to what stage, percentage as it is now, comparing to the last, I think it would have gone up. And that again, I think, is a sign to to the people of Sarawak that yes, we are moving forward. We are moving forward in this political development, and that gives us confidence in the coming up parliamentary election in Sarawak. So that's how I would immediately respond to this whole thing, and unless my president and my timbalan president can just add to that, leave to that. Yeah. Thank you.
I'd like to add a bit. Saya nak menambah bahawa tahniah kepada rakyat Sarawak yang telah menjalani pilihan raya kali ini dan begitu sekali memberi keputusan yang begitu historik, ya, bersejarah. Tidak pernah dalam sejarah Sarawak ini apabila putusan pilihan raya begitu menjurus kepada dua sistem. Never before in the history of Sarawak elections that we have now, something that alludes to the two-party system. Congratulations to the people of Sarawak, because in this time, the campaign period, we have seen the coming of all the people to listen and to give their attention to the issues, and therefore in the end it gives a showing of what the people really think about, except that we actually are facing the whole government machinery, and with that effect I think Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah, that we have done pretty well in this election, because we are not faced with the ordinary, and it's not a level playing field. So congratulations to YB Barubian, YB Sichihao, and YB Ali Diju. The three of candidates that have won, and also it shows how our multi-ethnic party has become. One orang Bawang, but Dayak, one Chinese, and one orang Urdu. So it goes to show the composition of our party. The other thing is that we now want to see where there are irregularities, that we have to actually put our protest and our voice, because I was informed that some places the Borang 14, where it has to show that it tallies with the number of votes and the number of voters. That is very important, because in any election we do not want to have fraud, we do not want to have any rigging. It is also a bad reputation for our country that is supposed to practice democracy, a healthy democracy. Thank you.
Okay, now we open the floor for any question.
A question for the President.
Yeah.
Despite facing, as you said, the whole federal government machinery, and the fact that the Prime Minister himself came and took over the campaign at some point, the Pakatan Rakyat as a whole has doubled, more than doubled its seats in the state, in the council assembly. What do you think this says? What does this signal in terms of the support from the voters? Does it show that the support from voters for Pakatan Rakyat is actually increasing ahead of the general election?
Thank you. It's a good sign, actually, as we both, Barubian and I, have said that maybe the country is moving towards a two-party system, that we have actually a formidable opposition first, and then an alternative that can take over, because that is important for the good and the future of our country. So I think what Barubian and our group will probably do is list up all the promises that BN government has done, and therefore chase them up for that. Because 30 years of one CM rule, I think it's about time that you actually give the basic amenities to every citizen of Sarawak.
Seeing as the a large part of Pakatan Rakyat's success today was really in the Chinese majority urban, semi-urban seats. Do you think that this is showing that those who are living in the interiors have not really adopted that change, that the message of change that Pakatan Rakyat has been trying to spread to them?
Not really. As I thought through this, I think there's a change. There's a change in support. That's one. But there's still that percentage of people in the rural areas that are yet to really look further into the future. And it is, I think, because of it's clouded by the fact that all the old style and strategies of Persat Nasional by, dangling that carrots of projects. Now, again, we look into this. That promise a lot of projects, millions and millions. I think when the time comes, the next round, was even before that comes, and I think this is one of the things that we would like to raise up as priorities. I mean, we have to expose all these lies and misleading kind of promises, and that's the problem, I think. But I'm confident by putting the facts before the people, the truth of the whole issues. I think we hope that they will change their mindset and realize that these are mere political gimmicks and just trying to get their votes. Yeah.
How did you manage? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you go first.
How did you manage to overcome issues that were raised in Bakalan, especially the vote buying?
I think we were quite open, and I think we were telling them very frankly, look, these are the same old things, the same old things. They have to consider whether you want to trade your birthright, with just mere. They're talking about 1,000, 2,000 per vote in the whole thing. I don't know, but I know that a few hundreds were given to some people. So we just lay the truth, the fact before them, and I think
that this worked in Bakalan, but not in other seats where the same allegations were closed.
I'm not too sure in other areas how they dealt with it, but after this we tried to carry out the postmortem and whole thing. But for Bakalan, I'm quite sure that this is how we dealt with the whole thing. Yeah, next one.
What are the ask the president and also yourself here, will be leading the Pakatan Rakyat in Sarawak? What would be the implications of this election, and what are the lessons to be learned for the coming general election, because that will be coming very soon? And what are the kinds of strategies that we will take to face that coming general election, based on what we have learned from this state election?
Yeah, I'll respond first. As I've said, it is in fact an excellent start. You see that it is an increase in the seat in the Dewan Undangan Negeri. So that shows that the people are willing to accept this new political system. I've said, and I'm very certain that there will have been an increase in the popularity votes. I'm confident of that as well. So now that this whole thing is in place, now that would have a very significant implication and impact on Sabah, our neighboring state, and I believe that would have. And not only that, I think that would cause that kind of confidence for Semenanjung as well. You all know that BN regards Sabah Sarawak as a fixed deposit. Now it looks like that that fixed deposit have been withdrawn, which is a drawing of the whole thing. So I think that would have given that confidence in the next round.
I'd like to follow up with the question of also.
Maybe but President have some response.
Do you believe that maybe at the same time answer? Yeah. Do you believe that you have gone very close to winning the popular vote, perhaps the Pakatan as a whole? You have another clarification.
As Barugan has said, that this is an indicator and it helps to influence how the general election will go, especially in the Semenanjung. And if you look at tonight, usually after a state election in Sarawak, there'll be marrying and merrymaking and a lot of partying, celebrations on the street. But tonight, we see Kuching is being subdued. So it does show as indication of how things are going. So it's actually good for the country itself that informed voting is the way to go. That it's not just for power's sake that you go in any election, but actually for the country and for the people. So I think it's a good sign and it's an excellent start, as Haru said.